Hi everybody, I'm Captain Floofers, and this is a project that has been in the works for quite some time now. Today we're going to be starting what I am referring to as an old school playthrough of The Legend of Zelda. Old school playthroughs are a feature that I'm planning to put in my Twitch channel. Essentially, it's playing through older games that I've played before usually, albeit without using things like guides or save states, any of those other kind of modern conveniences. To most people, obviously, that's just, playing the game, but for whatever reason, I've always had a problem with just playing the game. I don't know what it is with me, but I've always tended to rely on those things. And I think that if I can make my way through some of these games, or even complete them this way, depending on how hard I perceive the game as being, or how hard the game is compared to my natural skill level, I might have a better appreciation for some of these games. And I also kind of want to see if I have the kind of potential, at least with some of like the more action-oriented games, to just kind of build up that kind of skill and just complete the game like any other schmuck normally would. This is kind of an inspiration, or it's not an inspiration. This was inspired by many of my friends and whatnot on Twitch who stream these kind of things. Folks like Nintendesi and Hungry Gorilla and Merc Knight, who basically stream themselves playing initial playthroughs of things without using guides or anything. And they depends on the person whether or not they limit themselves more or less to what they have available to them. But I always found that kind of admirable how they're going about doing it, and I kind of want to do this with there's a whole list of games that I want to do this with. So essentially, the rules I'm setting for myself. The only resources that I have at my disposal include the manual of the game. For Zelda, I actually have a scan of the manual up that I can just reference anytime I need to. Any other miscellaneous things that were included with the game during its initial release. So, for example, with this, there was a handout that had a partial map, and I'll put it up in post. Basically what I'll be looking at, but there's just kind of miscellaneous strategies and hints and whatnot. I'm not going to be relying on this, but I will reference it if anything. That may to some people go against the whole no using guides thing, but like I said, this is something that was available to people when they first purchased the game, so I'm not giving myself an unfair advantage. I'm just, if need be, taking advantage of something that was provided to me from, the people who made the game. So that's what I'm calling. I'm not going to game facts or anything like that, as I'll get to in a bit. But yeah, any notes I take during the game I can use. I will be at least attempting to take proper notes. It's kind of a skill, at least for video games. Video game note taking I've always wanted to improve upon. So hopefully I can improve upon that well enough. And the fourth thing is actually something I wish that I didn't have, but I'm kind of forced to have it just by its nature. And that's any knowledge that I just happen to have going in. I've been trying, for this game at the very least, I've been trying my damnedest to avoid watching people play Z1 just in order to go through this playthrough as blind as possible. But I've played this game before a couple times, and on this channel no less. I've if you look back like 11 or so years, I've done a let's play of this with a guide, so some of that knowledge just kind of sticks with you. And I'm not going to purposefully try to dredge up any memories that I have. But there are going to be some things here and there that I'll just kind of know, and there's really no way to get around that. But I'm not allowed to use any kind of additional guides that didn't already come with the game. I'm not going to be going to game facts or anything like that if I need help. I'm just going to have to work it out myself. I'm not going to be using any save states to help out with, getting through rough parts. I'm gonna have to. I will take deaths. I'll take game overs. I feel like that's part of the growing experience. Basically more for Twitch is going to be no help from chat. I'm putting this up on YouTube, so I'm really not going to have a chat to spoil anything. And even if I didn't disable my comment sections, due to being paranoid, that's a whole other can of worms I don't want to reopen right now. This is all being recorded in advance. By the time this is put up, I will have already beaten the game. So even if people could put up comments, the spoilers aren't going to get to me in this case. But when I do this on Twitch, I'm going to, try to cannon on the spoilers from chat. Unless I absolutely have to ask. But, yeah. Now, before I take up too much more of your time, let's go to the file select screen here and register our game here. So, one of the, can I fit floofers, or is it just, do I not have enough space? I think I have enough space. I do, okay. Before I start with the game proper, I just want to address, you might be asking, if this is supposed to be a Twitch thing, then why are you doing it on YouTube? The reason is, if you've noticed, the last handful of uploads I put up on here have all been Twitch VODs. It is still fully my intention to transition over to Twitch when doing any of my content creating, and just use YouTube as an archive. But surprise, surprise, I've been on an extended break from streaming for a few months, mostly due to anxiety, and I also want to up the presentation value on my streams. It's not very good right now, and I want everything to be in what I would perceive to be a presentable state before I go forward with it, and I'm just not ready to start streaming again. And now from that, you might be asking, well, then why not just wait to do this until the stream is ready? And I'm going to answer that question with another question. Do you know how hard it is to avoid watching people stream Zelda 1? It's pretty tough. Most of the people I watch on Twitch are retro speedrunners. And probably the most popular game for them to speedrun is Zelda 1. I have a lot of friends on Twitch who play Zelda 1 a lot in some way, shape, or form, and they do it fairly regularly. And it's not a criticism to them. I mean, if they want to stream Zelda 1 all day, then that's their prerogative. I'm not going to tell them what they can and can't stream. That's their choice. But it's really hard when I want to watch these people, I want to hang out with these people more often, and I don't feel like I can because they're streaming something I'm trying to avoid because of something like this. And I've been putting this off for a lot. I didn't mean to put it off for this long. I'm surprised I'm getting to it right now. I just want to just hang out with my friends regularly again, and especially now when a lot of them are in the middle of a Zelda 1 randomizer marathon, or not marathon, tournament. And let me just close these notes here. I don't need to save that. I know everything is randomized, but all of the secrets are, as far as I know, are all in the same places. They haven't changed the locations of any of the secrets or anything like that. It's just the entrances have been shuffled. And I don't want to know where all those secrets are, outside of the materials that I allow myself to be provided to me. So that's that rant over. Let's start the game, finally. So these are going to be at around an hour-long parts. I'm going to record for an hour at a time, and then just edit down what I feel needs to be edited down. So it could be anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour per part. So there's our sword there. And I did actually have my editing software. I normally use back up and running on Linux again, so that's good and all that. I think based on the inescapable knowledge that I have of this game already, I want to try to get bombs. I think the candle might be a good idea to get 2. I mean, honestly, if I was doing what I did in my original playthrough and going for all of the upgrades I could first, I'd be going for like all these heart containers and the blue ring and this magic shield and all that. These playthroughs are just meant to be like basic clears for the most part. I'm not going to be going for 100% like I traditionally have been doing with a lot of these games. Especially since I'm not that familiar with this game. I mean, I haven't... The last time I played it, I think, was actually when I did the Let's Play, like 11 years ago, so... Anything that I already know about the game is just, like, stuff I just happen to remember, either through those old playthroughs or by watching people speedrun the game, like, last year, or whatever. I say last year. I was able to... other than, like, a few... being present for streams here and there, I've been mostly trying to avoid this for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and I'm getting kind of sick of it. Also, I am playing this on an emulator for this particular playthrough. I do want to transition over into being on as close to, you know, some kind of hardware. Like, I actually initially planned to play this on my Switch. Like, I have the NES app on the Switch. And I was going to play it through that, but I honestly didn't really want to set all that up right now. And I figure I'll wait until my presentation is all up and running and I have everything, you know, ready to go with as far as what I want my stream to be before I start worrying about like what kind of hardware I'm going to be playing everything on, because I want to play things on some manner of real hardware, whether it be like a digital copy or not, unless it's too much of a hassle. But or like if it's like a hack or something like that. Like if I'm interested enough, you know, after beating Zelda 1 here, I do plan on doing a playthrough, possibly. Like I said, it depends on how I feel after playing through this. But if I feel I want to play more of this, there's our first death right there. If I feel I want to play more of this, then I'll play Second Quest. And there's also a ROM hack called Hellwalker that's really well done that I also want to try. But again, it all depends on how I feel after playing this. Like, if I'm still like really not feeling this game after I'm done, then, you know, whatever, I'll move on to something else. And to those of you who are wondering, no, I will not be playing Zelda 2 with this. I'm actually sticking to my guns on Zelda 2. I do not like that game, and I'm keeping my Let's Play of that as dirty as it was, as scuffed as it was. I'm leaving that as like the last time I ever play that game, because I do not like it. Nothing's dropping any bombs. I want bombs. That's what I'm mainly going about doing this for, is bombs. I also want to get that candle, because candle will get me some secret openings. I don't know where all the secret openings are. I know where some of them are. These guys, like, just like jolting back at me. I don't like that. All I have is a sword. My prediction is that I'm going to be dying a lot in the first phase of the game, and then once I get more heart containers and can tank more hits, I'll be dying a lot less. But that's like how it is with every Zelda game with me. Like, once I get to a certain point, then just like I don't take nearly as much damage. A good example of that was when I did the hero mode for Link's Awakening on Switch, where like I was just like dying every 2 seconds, and then like once I got to a certain point, I think it was when I got the defense tunic, then I started like, you know, just playing the game like normal, basically. Please drop bombs. Stop running into my hitbox. That's okay. We don't really get penalized, I don't think, for dying. I haven't seen any like, rupees being lost or anything like that. Whoa. What I should do, I should try to keep my distance with these guys and hold on to my sword beams as much as possible. Okay, and my shield can block those, so that's good. I didn't know if I needed like a bigger shield for whatever projectiles or what, but Octorok projectiles are fine if I have the regular shield. I think it's just the Whiz Robes I need the magic shield to block. I didn't really want to go up to that Octorok, but I was worried that the pickups would drop. Or pickups would go away. I think they do disappear after a while. Let's see if I can find another store that might have bombs. I'm not having any luck on the bomb front from killing random enemies. And the Zoras aren't making things any easier. Patterns are kind of unpredictable too. As far as walking around goes, I don't know. There's moblins. I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly. I know that there's something to bomb here. I don't have any bombs though. Levers do seem to be a little bit easier to deal with than the Octoroks are. There's bombs. Okay. I'm not going to go, like, looking for secrets specifically quite yet. I think I want to beat level 1 at least, because I know where level 1 is. But I think I want to beat level 1 first before, like, going to all the shops and whatnot. Or, like, looking for secrets. Because I also want the candle before I start doing that. There's some more bombs right there if I want them. I think I should mark down... Yeah, the emulation's going to pause for a bit while I'm clicked off of it, but... I think that's there. I know you can't see. I think... Here's the thing with this handout. I was going to print it out and make notes on it, but I don't have the ink for my printer, so I basically brought it up in Paint, and I'm going to, like, scribble on it. I want to note that the arrows are here. Because I need to get the arrows separately from the bow in order to make the bow work. Now, this one has the candle. I can't write very well with a mouse. Okay, I'll know what canned is. That's fine. It's gonna have to do. Okay. Oh. I'm going to hold off on getting the arrows for now, because I don't have a bow. Yeah, I know about that heart container. I need the ladder to get that. That's like one of the 2 extra heart containers that I know about. Another one is is under a bush someplace, or under a tree. Mostly on the blank part of the upper part of the map, the upper right. Okay, now I know where I am. Alright, well, at least since I have bombs... Oh, wait, let's take advantage of that. I don't think I can kill the P-hats, can I? No. Well, the lever can still dig, it just can't move. That's interesting. No, I can't kill the Peahats because they're technically in the air. Alright, I'm going to head back down to familiar territory, I think. And I'm going to head over to level 1. Level 1 should be easy enough. I know the back of the map handout has a map of level 1, but I'm not going to rely on that. I'll try to make my own. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm, like, near to the start anyway. Oh no, actually the candle's over here. Hold on. I marked this map wrong. I marked the map wrong because I'm a dumb. How do I undo? Undo, Control Z. Yep, there we go. So that's not the candle. This is the candle over here. So I'm going to say S for start, C for candle. Okay. Fair enough. I know I said I wasn't going to rely on the map handout, and here I am relying on the map handout. Oops. Like I said, it came with the game when it first came out. Therefore, it's something that everyone had access to. Everyone had it, whether they liked it or not. I'll just, I don't need it now, so I'll just bring up my other window so I can look at it more. Because I have... Basically, it's double right now, because I can see on my OBS window the game screen. I can see on the actual emulator the game screen, and it's two different locations. Now, should I pirouette this? No, I'm not going to glitch it. There's a glitch you can do if you leave and then come back in. Then the that locked door will be opened. But I'm not gonna cheat like that. I'm not gonna do that. Let's start making a map. Hopefully this is okay to write. I have like a mat on my my desk now. So we'll say this is start. And this seems to be blocked off. There's some keys in here. Do I get anything from this? I got a key. So I'll say that's that for now. So that'll be the entrance. Okay. I'll come back to that door. Let's see what's this way. Another key, and that's Salphos there. Now, theoretically, there should be enough keys in every dungeon to clear out all the walls. I picked the key up anyway. Isn't that something? But there's a magic key that you can get near the end-ish that that will just give you infinite keys, and also you can buy additional keys out in the overworld from certain shops. So if you run out of keys, you're not screwed. You can go buy more if need be. Okay, that didn't. I don't know the exact layout of this dungeon, but I do know that it's shaped like an eagle. So I don't have the backside of the there we go, of the handout visible right now. Another key. Let's see what's... Now let's go back. I do tend to, I'll just write like this and say locked door there. I do tend to try to explore all the unlocked doors before I start using keys. It's just kind of something I like to do. Where's the compass? That'll point out at least where the Triforce part is. The Triforce shard, Triforce piece, whatever you want to call it. It's over there. Does that show up on the mini-map? Not really. But at least I know what direction to head. I don't have to push any of these blocks, do I? Probably something I should do. I should, like, check all these blocks just to see if I can push them or not. Because I do want to still, you know, I do need to keep an eye out for these dungeon items, too. Because I get the bow here, and the bow is going to be very useful. Especially when it comes to beating the game. Because I kind of need silver arrows. And I can't use the silver arrows if I don't have a bow. So, sorry that I just keep doing this, but I don't think there's anything like that here. Push, push. Nope. I can't push those, so it's time to head up. This was just locked off like that. Oh. This looks like an obvious push block. Okay, that up on the way to the east, so, or west, rather. Actually, let's go to the west. I think this is where... Oh, this is Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. I don't care about Eastern Motors. Your job's your credit. That's a criticism I've also always had. 'Cause I don't know what all the hints are referring to. I don't think cryptically, unfortunately. And yeah, there's the layout. I don't know what it means by Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Is it telling me that these, like I'm pointing at the screen, like you can see where I'm pointing. Basically, where the Triforce is on the upper map now. Is that what it means? Does that mean the secret is there? It's on the eastmost peninsula of the dungeon. Is that where? Is it is he just telling me where the Triforce is? Because that's a lame secret. That's a lame hint. Okay, so I don't really need to write down the map anymore. I have the map. The mini-map in the upper left of the screen, and it also fills out the main map here as I go. So I'll be able to compare and contrast. In fact, I don't know why I felt the need to get bombs before coming in here, because I'm not seeing any... I'm not seeing any reasons to bomb walls right now. Okay, this is where the bow is, I think. There we go. Yes, this is the bow. Now, like I said before, we have to get arrows separately, so we can't use the bow right away. Which is fine, because unlike other Zelda games where the dungeon item that you get is like integral to beating the puzzles of the dungeon and being the boss of the dungeon. That's not really true in this game. This is a lot more primitive in that respect, and so we don't really need the bow to beat the level. In fact, I think the like the boss Aquamentus is like really easy. You just stab him in the head a few times and he's dead. So you don't really need the arrows here. But we do need to get the arrows if we want to use the bow. So when we're done here, I'm going to go back to that store and buy the arrows. Actually, what I want to do, I want to buy the candle first. I do want to get the candle first, because I do want to start getting secrets. Because I know at the very least where one heart container is that I can get. And I kind of want more heart containers if I can find them. I'll get the boomerang here too, I suppose. I'm not going to use it for anything, I don't think. At least not off the top of my head. Oh, Wall Masters are in this game. I gotta make our way back up to where we were, which is fine. It's kind of straightforward. Is it this way? No, it was the other way. That's where the compass was. Yeah, just go back to that room, grab that key, and that heads back up to the boss room. And you'll know that you're adjacent to a boss room because the boss will be screaming from the other room, and you'll hear it. But only if you're adjacent. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get the candle when I'm done here, and then after I get the candle, then I'm gonna at least farm up enough rupees to get the arrows. Okay, avoid the Wall Master. There's more than one. Shit. Something else I need to get good with is ascertaining patterns for bosses, because I'm not good at that like in any game. Usually my method of defeating bosses is find its weak point and stand in front of it and tank every hit. And I really can't be doing that if I die in like 3 hits. I mean, it's not quite that, but I think... Well, actually with the sword beams I should be okay. But I want to... If I'm going to be like clearing games like this, I need to get into the habit of like ascertaining their patterns and moving, you know, accordingly. Obviously, that's gaming 101, but as I've mentioned, I'm not good at video games, so I kind of want to get better with that if I want to play older games. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd rather be doing than playing Zelda 1, but I want to get this done. I got to do this, and I got to get this edited because I got other things I really want to do. I've been, you know, playing the Chrono Cross remaster. I want to finish my playthrough of that. I just received my copy of Kikoski's book because he published his first novel. And I really want to read that, but... Okay, yeah, I'm good back here. It's easy to dodge from back there. But, now we gotta play Zelda 1. Let's play Zelda 1. Alright, so that's the first dungeon down at the very least. I don't know how far I'm gonna get here. At least... just by looking at the map handout, like, it tells me where it has question marks here and there where some things are, but it also tells me, like, or like basically got like what's here, what's here. There's like question marks all over the place, but it also like outright shows me where all of the first 4 dungeons are. So just something to keep in mind. I'm actually going to move the emulator window here so that at least my face is a little bit more in line with the camera. Now I want to go and get the candle, because the candle is going to be good for unlocking secrets, and I want secrets, because some of those secrets will lead to heart containers. And I at least know where one of those is. At least one of the heart containers. I know where some other secrets are, but I don't know necessarily what's inside. So, candle store is this way. I'm calling it the candle store, even though it sells more than just candles. I think it also has the magic shield in here. And a key, yeah. I don't want to buy a key. I can't afford anything else. I'm just going to get the candle. And then just to kind of get them out of the way, I'm going to go to where I know some of those secrets are. If the candle just kind of blops out a little fireball, you can do that once per screen. And there is a red candle that you can get later that will allow you to drop infinite fireballs on any given screen. It's kind of an upgrade. I think you actually get the red candle in a dungeon. Alright. What is in here? Wait, this is really expensive. Okay, that has bait in it, like monster bait. I'm going to mark this with the B for bait. Unless I find one that's cheaper. And let me just mark how much it is. It's 100. Now, if I find one that's cheaper, I'll, you know, go to that one. But I'm going to want to come back to that later. I want to get rid of any enemies on the screen, because I don't know exactly which tree it is I have to burn. Oh, whatever. I think it's this one. No, it's not. I know it's somewhere in the middle-ish. No. This is the sort of thing I didn't like. Whenever I mention that the first Zelda game is like a cryptic mess, it's like you gotta find some of these secrets in order to progress sometimes, and you have to end up like burning every tree, like trying every single tree to burn, bombing every square, in order to find the way forward. Metroid's the same way, the original Metroid is. And it's annoying as hell, and yeah, you do have to have patience, and that's something that I'm trying to learn too. It is kind of hard sometimes to feel that I have to learn patience in the year of our Lord 2022, but yeah, if I want to get better at this kind of stuff, I have to look past and possibly reevaluate some of the criticisms I have. And I'll probably still have these criticisms when I'm done. Because, I mean, I'm just saying, like, bombing every single tile of a... or checking every single possible tile of a screen is not my idea of fun. But on the flip side, it can be very rewarding and satisfying when you do find it, but I kind of already know that there's one on the screen. And... alright, screw the Zola. I'm just gonna burn every tree. Let's see if I get it. I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna... Actually, I do want to still bring up my OBS window just to keep an eye on my recording time. Because, I do want to keep it to, like, just recording an hour at a time. There we go. There we go. This is what I want. The other thing is a red potion, which... Red potions will fully refill your hearts and then turn into a blue potion. Blue potions fully refill your hearts and then disappear. Whereas the heart container is more of a permanent thing. Although I do know that in second quest, at the very least, there are going to be places where you might be forced to, if you can't afford getting mugged, you'll be forced to permanently give up a heart container, and I'm not looking forward to that in second quest, but I am at least still intrigued by second quest to some respect. Alright. And I did say that I do want to get enough for the arrows, which is 80. It's probably going to be something more suited to doing off-screen, but I still have like 20 minutes left in this recording, so... I guess maybe I'll just get what I can. It's... hard to plan out sometimes, like, how you want to present a certain game, because... some games can be more grindy than others, and not as suited for these kind of platforms, but... Or it's like certain aspects of it are more, I guess photogenic than others, for lack of a better term. But they are still like an integral part of the experience. I don't know, I'm at least tempted enough to try and get as many rupees as I can on screen and then like get the rest off screen, but it's still going to take me a while, like in real time, to do. And I don't mind grinding or anything, it's just, I've been putting off this project for long enough, and I kind of want to get it over with a little bit. Ooh, what's in here? Whoa. Slowdown is what's over here. What you got? That's similar candle store to the one near the beginning. I don't think I'll need to go here again. These guys might drop some things too if I don't run into them like that. Oh well. I'm not concerned with the number of game overs I get. That's all part of the experience. Just some games make it more frustrating than others, like Zelda 2. And that's why I'm not going back to Zelda 2, because Zelda 2 is incredibly frustrating and incredibly... I mean, as you've seen, if you've watched my Let's Play of it from like years and years and years ago, it's very punishing, and it makes me, at least for me, it makes me want to play it less, because I know that I'm just going to like experiencing that kind of crap over and over again. And I don't know, maybe I'll do better if I'm not playing it on an emulator or something like that, but at the same time, I really don't want to... I just don't want to play it. Alright. I think there's a bombable wall up here. I'm going to try. Bingo. What is in here? Ooh, another heart container. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so that's 3 heart containers at the very least we're going to have near the end, because there's that one on the dock, on the east side of the map, that I'm going to be getting once we have the ladder. Is there like a secret in like every screen? Do I want to start bombing this wall for secrets? I don't know. Sometimes you can go into a secret cave or whatever, and the guy will be like, give me all your money. You were saving up for arrows? Too fucking bad. You lost all your money. Because you bombed a hole in the wall of my house. And fair enough. I don't think anyone should have to put up with that. But that's also in regards to real people, and these aren't real people. So I don't care nearly as much about them. So I'm just gonna walk around in circles and dying a few times. Because at the very least, I don't seem to be losing any rupees when I die, so that's something. Can I burn that bush? Will that bush give me something? Maybe next time. I'm too paranoid. Knowing my luck, that'll be where I lose all of my money. And I want to have all of my money, and I want to get the arrows before I explore some more. Actually, let me look at the map real quick. I'll look at my map real quick. It isn't marked with a question mark, but that doesn't mean anything. It could very well be something there. I don't want to explore too much once I have the arrows, because I do kind of want to go into level 2. I know where level 2 is. Because it's on the map. Technically know where all of the levels through 4 are. So I think there's 9 levels total. I know where level 9 is. I don't know where exactly it is on the map, but I'll know it when I see it. Actually, speaking of... No, I'm not going to do that right now. But I remembered that the white sword. I know where the white sword is. I mean, I don't know exactly where it is on the map, but I'll know it when I see it. It's up in the mountain area. And you have to have at least 5 heart containers, if I remember correctly, to get to it. To collect it. And I would not mind having the white sword. So, once I get the arrows, I'm going to go try and find the white sword. And then I'll go to level 2. See, that's one of those things, you know, like I was saying, they just stick with you. Or it wasn't something that stuck with me, like definitely stuck with me. Like I had forgotten about that until I just realized, well, I know where level 9 is, and then I remembered that, oh, level 9 is nearabouts there is actually where level 5 is, I think. Or level 5 or level 6. Look at the level 5 or level 6. It's one of the two. I don't exactly remember. But like, I know about-ish where level 9 is, and then I remembered, oh yeah, the white sword's up near there too. There's like the area with the waterfall and the Lionel. Which means I'm going to have to try to fight or outsmart a Lionel, which is something I don't want to do. Now that we have enough rupees, let's get the arrows. Just so we have the arrows. And we have a way to defend ourselves at range if we don't have the sword beams anymore. Which we don't right now. But, I like the arrows very much. It will help. Even if I don't have a lot of money to use the arrows. Now, what I mean by that, if you don't know, let me just grab the arrows and nothing else. Now we have the arrows. Now, the way the arrows work is that we can equip the bow to B, and We can use arrows as much as we want as long as we have money. It costs 1 rupee per arrow to fire arrows. Just on the fly. This was before, like, A Link to the Past, where it's just like, okay, here's how many arrows you have. Arrows are a separate thing. I guess they didn't want to put another space on the, or put another value to keep track of in the system. So they just made it tied with your rupees. So it costs you money to fire your bow. And that's okay. That's just a quirk of the game. Alright, well, let's see if I can remember how to get up to where the, Yeah, keep hitting continue. I should probably hit save. I'm going to hit save the next time I die, just so I don't lose my progress if something goes wrong. Like if the computer crashes or something. Like, I'm not worried about power outages or anything like that. I'm on a backup battery. There's a backup battery on my, my surge protector, whatever you want to. It's one of those with a backup battery on it. So if the power goes out, then I have enough time to save any of my work. Also, something the manual points out, and something that speedrunners use a lot too, is an alternate way to bring up like the save and quit menu if you don't want to die, is by pushing up and A on controller 2. And by the default emulator controls, player 2 up and A is F and X on the keyboard. So I can just hit F and X, and if I really need to save in a hurry, I can just do that. I'm a little concerned. Okay, I'm dead. And the sucky part is it takes you all the way back to the start if you're outside of a dungeon. I've died 8 times. So now I gotta remember how to get all the way back up there. And since I'm not on full health, I don't have sword beams to start anymore. So I have to engage Octoroks in melee, which is not great because Octoroks are, at least to me, unpredictable in their movements. And they can just quickly jolt into you, juke into you, when you don't want them to. Or run around, just at random. I know that there's like some algorithms and whatnot. Speedrunners have cracked the code, so to speak, when it comes to here's what each enemy does all the time. But I don't know that. And I'm not looking it up. So sucks to be me. I think this is this route is an easier asterisk way to get to where the waterfall is. It's just we're not going down the way with the falling rocks. Oh yes, yes please, yes please, yes please, thank you. Alright, what's in here? I know that there's a bombable wall here. There it is. What's in here? Oh, another heart container. Okay. This is why I didn't want this kind of knowledge coming in, because like I know where some of the secrets are. Because the speedrunners kept going to those secrets because they needed the hearts to get the magical sword. This is like a Lost Woods thing. You have to keep going up, and then it gets to level 5 or something like that. Alright, this is where I want to be for the white sword. Let's just juke this Lionel. the white sword. Alright. Yeah, let's... Do I want to up A? I don't think I want to up A unless I really have to, like, cut the video or something like that. If I have to cut my session. Now, there is a question mark on the screen below the waterfall. Or where the waterfall itself is. I'm not going to fight that Lionel. There's a question mark on the map here. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get this secret before, so I'm going to see. Nope. Maybe it's up against that wall. I need the stepladder to get to it. I don't know. But I'm out of bombs now, so that's pretty cool. He lied. Wow. I don't think I can go down from here. No, it's just going to repeat. Okay. Damn. I can't go back that way. Actually, as it turns out, that last place I got a heart container in is one tile north to level 2. So if I can find my way back over there... Because it was just, like, directly southeast from the Lost Hills, which is how it's marked on the map. Oh, boomerang stuns. Well, sort of. Alright, here. This is what I was talking about. This is where that heart container was. If I go over and down and around, I'll be able to get to level 2. Whether or not I can get there intact is another story. Dodge these moblins. Okay. It's at the very least easier to kill the blue Octoroks now. Okay. At least as long as I can get into the dungeon, then if I die, I'll just start over again at the entrance. Okay. So let's start. Actually, let's not make the map. Start making the map. I'm going to start making the map in a second, but I think this is a good point to call this part of the experience here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut video, and when we come back, level 2, I guess. So until then, I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?